Hey y'all, it's Editor Youssef, and I might as well get this out of the way. Okay, I kind of wander around for a little bit. Not much of a story. The thing that's kind of irritating me about this dungeon is that Death here he levels up by killing folks and opening treasure chests. And usually a game will clue you in on where to go based on the presence of enemies and treasure chests and stuff that you don't open, right? And this game kind of doesn't do that in this area, and maybe it's just me. Maybe I just got lost real bad or something like that. But there's no bad guys in the water. And I end up kind of rolling through looking for things, and even though I'm making progress, I'm not quite sure that I'm moving forward. You see, because there's no bad guys in the areas that I'm going into. They could have just as easily had some bad guys respawn in specific areas that I needed to go to try and clue me in, or give me a beacon that would allow me to go to the next puzzle, because even though these areas are really beautiful and nicely done, they don't have, I found a bad guy right here. Even though the areas are beautiful and nicely done, and they're pretty clear on where to go after you find the doors that you need to go into. It's a little tricky, It's you find yourself moving forward without really having a clue that you know what you're doing, and then it just ends up that you're already there, And this is not just with this game. It happens with a lot of games, and I think it's really difficult to play them. This is kind of what they do with Zelda. They have you wander around and stuff like that, but it's kind of difficult to me to play them if I want to make a reasonable amount of progress. I'll end up being jaded when they lead me into a big area. You see, so here's some more bad guys. But anyway, so I get a little stuck a few times, and I totally just figure this stuff out. So I edited out most of that stuff. So I'm kind of continuously moving, but for me as the editor watching me do the stuff, I'm just not super impressed by how empty the world is. It's expansive and everything they do is really cool, but yeah, I wish that the dungeon was made more with fun in mind, as opposed to us just going from area to area. I don't know. There are bad guys enough, I guess, to fight, but I seem to dispatch them pretty easily. So they just kind of threw them in there to have me fight them, and they're kind of like a small footnote, no actual challenge, no dungeons to walk in. Like, you saw me kill those guys very quickly, so I know that the point is just exploration, but it would be nice to have something a little bit more challenging to mess with, something fun, as opposed to just having things just show up and then... I hope I make some sense here, because I really want to enjoy this game, and I know the next game is a little bit more like Dark Souls and God of War or whatever, so I think they made the right choice. And I don't remember, I know that the last game with War had a You know, it had kind of a hub world. You would kind of go into places and things. This one, I don't know. It's like filling itself a little bit too much. It's open world, but it's like everything that's wrong with the open world. It's very expansive. Everything looks really nice, but there's really not much going on. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm talking about. So I go into this room, right? And it's kind of obvious that I need to be over at the other place right there. And I think that going on this area will lead me there, but it doesn't. The gravel leads downwards. So I'll go down to get to the bottom. Go down. All right, now I get to the bottom, and this would have been a good place for me to fight somebody. Like, for real, there should have been bad guys there waiting for me, and I would have had something to do as opposed to just wandering around. Because I would have been excited to come down here and whoop some butt. You know what I mean? But nope, they didn't do that. So now I can't really see anything. I just see a bunch of these things. So I set myself up so I can see how to get up to that area. I know that I can't get through there like straight forward. I just came through that way. So I'm looking for something else to use. So there's nothing. So I guess I gotta figure out a different way. And I leave. Now, why couldn't I have fought somebody while I was there? You know what I mean? I mean, it would have been a little bit more obvious that because these puzzles are all water puzzles, that I need to use all the contraptions here to get the water up there. You know, so that I can easily move to the next area, or something to that effect. So whereas they did the diligence with the puzzles, they just left me with way too much quiet time. And you know, it would have been nice if Homeboy said something or whatever. Anyway, I did like a big jump because I wandered around for a little bit more. So my only other option was to get in the water here. But I had wandered around for a long time. It looked like I didn't because I just happened to edit those two things pretty seamlessly. But I did take out like, I guess 5 minutes of me walking around like an idiot. And so my only option was to jump in the water. And I go over this way. And I find this area, which I pause at because I was so like irritated. I was really irritated. I haven't fought a bad guy in quite some time. right? 'Cause I've been running around that area over and over again, and I beat everybody. Haven't fought a bad guy. Now I'm swimming around in the water and not fighting bad guys. The dude's name is Death. You see what I'm saying? Like, something that really irritates me. You tell me that the Grim Reaper, or a dude named Death, is coming through with a scythe and he's kicking butt, then I don't expect to be sitting here doing puzzles for, hours at a time. I expect to actually play the game. So I'm pausing a lot here because I'm so bored with the way they're handling this. Let me go ahead and skip over this junk. All right, y'all. At this point, I know I'm starting to fall asleep. Because I'm moving over the things and then I'm just stopping. Like, I'm falling asleep. Like, I'm not even joking. At some point, I pause this game and I go to sleep, like in my chair, because of how boring it is. This is not the type of game that there's the pause. This is not the type of game that I want to be messing with. I don't understand. I mean, I know they had problems with the development. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I totally, yeah, there was a long pause there. Either I got up to get something to eat or I fell asleep, which I'm pretty sure I fell asleep. Because I can usually sense when I'm falling asleep on these games. I'll stop playing. And then I'll just sit there for a long time and not do anything to mark it for me as the editor. So that when I go through the editing, I'll have to keep pausing. Like, I'll have to keep scanning for times when I don't move. Anyway, so now that section's over, and it's giving me the loading screen. It's a big intro to the bad guys, right? So I'm enjoying killing these guys, but they're not lasting very long. Also, there's something going on with Death in that his strikes don't seem to affect the bad guys. Like, my scythe goes right through them and they don't get hurt at all, which I don't like. I don't like there's like no stun on them, which is, God of War-ish. Especially against the big guys. Just kind of looking for the cues. I was supposed to do my Reaper form against that guy, but I didn't want to because the other guys weren't that much of a challenge. Anyway, I know I check my inventory real quick.
Dust? What do you see? Go.
Journey. so far. The cauldron was cold, but the horsemen rekindled its fire, and in the hearts of the makers an ember of hope was born. Hope for life, and for what lies beneath the earth. Huh?